Good day, YouTube. Today's topic is It Begins With You. What is it? It's not clickbait, I'll tell you that. I'm not a big fan of clickbait at all. It is something that I started to write, and I'm going to share with you. This is it right here. I started writing down a few thoughts, and next thing you know, this list kept on going and going and going. It is vague, but I'm going to describe it. It begins with your outlook. Your outlook begins with you. What is your outlook? Is it positive? Is it pessimistic? Is it negative? Is it optimistic? Over the years, I've learned a lot through experiences. Maybe it's the school of hard knocks. It's called living. I've also learned from watching others, and that's what I want to share with you. Your happiness is it. Your happiness begins with you. You choose to be happy or not. Satisfaction. Dissatisfaction. Are you satisfied with your life, with your day, with your relationships, or are you dissatisfied? And yes, it's going to fluctuate. Sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy. That's part of life. Your motivation begins with you. Are you motivated? Are you not motivated? Do you have the victim mentality? Why does this always happen to me? It's always like that. The victim mentality, it's not a good thing. It happens sometimes. The opposite of that is accountability. I'm going to take action to do this or to do that. Your energy begins with you. What's your energy like? What do people say about you? What's your physical energy like? Your goals begin with you. Nobody can do that for you except for yourself. Your productivity begins with yourself. How productive are you going to be in your week, in your life? Your excuses begin with you, even if they're wonderful excuses. I heard that yesterday. I thought that was incredible. Your excuses begins with all of us. Your limitations, that's the it, begin with you. What can I do? What can't I do? Why can't I do that? Your potential in your life, in your week, your growth begins with you. Your leadership, are you a good leader? Your followership, are you a good follower or bad follower, begins with you. Your vision for your life, for your day, for your week, for your whatever, begins with you. Your reality begins with you. What's up here? Is it real? Is it accurate? Is it inaccurate? Your perception, your perspective begins with you. Your opportunities begin with you. Life is full of opportunities, but if I'm waiting for it to knock on the front door, I'm going to wait here a long time. Your situation begins with you. Whatever situation you get into, whether it's positive or negative, begins with you. Your finances begin with you. Positive or negative. I have negative, but I've learned from those, and I've had more positives than the negatives. Your health begins with you. I like this one. I like them all. But your health is this. Nobody can do that for you. A very rich person can't buy health if he or she doesn't have that, even though they have a lot of money. Your day begins with you. Your moment begins with you. Your year begins with you. Your body language begins with you. It begins with you. This is an example. These are examples of it, and I have many more. Your relationship, your relationships, personal, professional, begin with you. Your victories begin with you. Your failures begin with you. I don't like failures, but they're part of life, and I've had several failures, and I've made adjustments. Your adjustments begin with you to have more victories. Your strength begins with you, whether it's mental, physical, begin with you. What is your kryptonite? Think about that. Your strength begins with you. Your choices begin with you. The good ones, the bad ones. Your guilt begins with you in your life if you have guilt over something. More importantly, your closure begins with you. Closure over a situation. Your decisions begin with you. Your positivity, your negativity begin with you. Your confronting your fears begin with you. Very important. They don't just go away. I was in a training for the last 2 days, and it's called Fierce Conversations, and I took 4 ITs from that course. The course was written by Susan Scott. Your results begin with you. Your behavior begins with you. Your emotions begin with you. Your assessment of whatever begins with you. Your assessment of your job, of your life, of your situation. Getting back to the ones that I came up with through my training, your moment of getting that rock out of your backpack, that heavy rock out of your backpack begins with you. What you make of it begins with you. I like the saying, give me lemons and I'll find a way to make lemonade. Your stress begins with you. Your victories and defeats, which I've said already, your contributions begin with you. Your contributions to your life, to your community, to your family, to your friends, to your job. Your action, the do's, begin with you. Your inaction, your don'ts, begin with you. There is a quote that I'm going to pause and I'm going to read, and it says, there are risks and costs to a program of action, but they are far less than the long-range risks and cost of comfortable inaction. What we do, your do's, begin with you. Your improvements begin with you. Your confidence begins with you. Others can be confident about you, for you. However, hopefully, more importantly, and first and foremost, you are confident. It begins with you. I've always said that we live like we want to. It begins with us. Your awareness begins with you. Your awareness about anything and everything. Your safety begins with you. Your successes and challenges begin with you. Your communication, extremely important, begin with you. Your change begins with you. Like I said a few moments ago, your adjustments begin with you. Your friends begin with you. Your life begins with you, obviously after being born, but your life is up to you. It begins with you and not with someone else. The list can go on and on and on. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you take a moment to think about where you are in life, celebrate the positives, and work on or make adjustments on the areas that need some attention. It all begins with you. Have a great day.